And the musical journey has been a hard one for me because I'll be honest, I'm used to just being the best. It's been really refreshing and it's sort of like, it reminds me when I was a kid, like learning how to do stuff again. It's always been like, oh, you're so good at this. Can you draw this for me? Or like whatever. And I'm just like, yeah, whatever. You know, it's been nice to like be here and be around peers. Because I remember when we were joining was around the time that Callie Senpai did her concert. Is that timeline right? I think so. I remember watching that concert and going like, holy fuck, she's correct. Since joining, talents from both sides, my senpais and Holostars and Hololive, it's just so many talented people. And it's been a nice breath of fresh air for me to try to learn and improve on something, because it's just nice to be worse than other people. Is that a weird thing to say? It's nice to kind of have that childlike stupor again. Let me explain this. It's because like, remember when you were a kid, like for me it was breakdancing, where I'd go on YouTube and I'd look at these clips of like these Korean b-boy crews, like Gambler's Crew, Last for One, watching like Battle of the Year, like these great performances and going like, wow, they're so good. I wish I could do that. And I go into my adulthood and my thing has always been art, you know, and I know people are like better than me in art, but I got to the point in my craft where like, yeah, someone has like better, I don't know, fucking, you can nitpick like I have better rendering, or now you gotta specialize this person's background artist. But I just got to the point where like I didn't give a fuck anymore. Like I did my time. Like, you know, art's always been such a big part of my life, and I just kind of lost the magic, you know. It's like, oh, but this person's so much better than you. It's like I'm good. I got to the point where like all the insecurity left for art. I just like didn't give a fuck. I can just draw whatever I want. I could mimic any style I want. With music, it's just like I can improve. Which, you know, I know I can improve in art, whatever, yada yada. But just like my personal experience is just that like I just kind of got burnt out with art. You know, it's just been my thing for all my life. So it just makes me feel like a kid again. This musical journey. Does that make sense? I remember joining and getting like advice from Axel about singing and stuff, and I was like, damn, that's like crazy, because it's like I can't remember the last time that I could like go to a group of peers and like get advice. I'm just used to being the best person within my sphere, and like that's something I enjoy and I like doing that. I like lifting up people around me as well as I can. But it was nice to finally have other people do that to me finally. Someone else can be the me version of me, you know, because I've always thought that I wish I had that for me, and I finally do now. I've found that in my senpais. Like they'll release covers or performances and streams and stuff. That one of my first experiences with that is with Sana Senpai. There was like a very, very, very brief moment where I was able to get advice from Sana Senpai, and I was able to have one single conversation, which is was one of the most valuable conversations I've had with anyone. And it was just really nice. And part of it was like I got to be familiar with her art, and I remember thinking like, holy fuck, she's correct at this. And again, I just have like a gigantic fucking ego. I think you do to be a streamer in some degree. That you either have to be really a creative, true-bred creative, or an egomaniac, and I'm both. But it's just been such a long time since I was like, wow, this person is just amazing. Because I've always been used to going like, yeah, you're so good. Totally, dude. It's not the best quality of mine, but that's just the truth. That's just how it is. You know, I think it just speaks to within this group here, Holostars and Hololive, that they're cracked enough for even my egotistical ass to be like, wow, you're pretty great. Hey, Axel. Thanks, man. I was just telling them about like when I first joined and I was getting advice from you about singing and stuff. I've come far from that point where you're telling me like, hey, you should try singing it higher. Remember that when we were recording Top of the World? Get the good old days. Ain't that the fucking truth, brother? Hey, out there. Thank you, brother. I'll keep an eye out for yours soon. Huh? Maybe? Alter's like, what the hell? I just wanted to say congratulations. Now you roped me into some fucking